How dare you think you can take what's mine away from me? Out of the few gifts I receive, I say this I get to keep. Once I learn I can control what goes on through my day to day, what I had to tweak in my life to have things my way. I'm not letting go of this thing that easy. Red pill, blue pill, but no decision is for the weak. I can't speak for you, but what I have is magical. I got the knowledge, and I'm not ever letting it go. Couldn't turn back even if I tried. So I'm going head first, smooth with my dive. I'll learn it, trust everything, rewarded. I deserved it. My intuition runs deep into my roots. Some didn't take advantage and ended up with the chipped tooth. Should have followed your gut. It's smarter than you think. My gut tells me at the end of the day, it's the earth that shall inherit the meek. Much love, much peace, much blessings to all watching this video today. So today we're going to talk about your intuition and how it's your birthright. All right, so first I want to start off by saying, please don't ignore your intuition. It is yours. You were born with it, claim it, own it, enhance your life with it. You're welcome. All right, so your intuition, this is a Google definition, right, on what your intuition is. So it's the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. The second one was a thing that one knows or considers likely from instinctive fueling rather than conscious, aka a feeling or a hunch, right? So basically this is something that, you don't really have to think about. It just kind of, I know better, or I know to do this, or I know to do that, right? It's something that we were all born with, like, as a baby, like for instance, when you're hungry, your first instinct to show your mom or whoever is to cry because you're hungry, right? Or whatever your issue is. Your first instinct is to cry, right? And when crying, whoever's taking care of you is going to figure out exactly what it is the matter with you. So if you're hungry, you're going to cry, right? Because hunger is pain, and nobody likes to be in pain, so babies cry. That's their intuition, telling them what to do to respond to whatever it is that they're feeling. It's a natural thing, right? So let's say, okay, here's another example. Years down the line, you're in your early teens and someone offers you like a cigarette. So you get a hunch, or it's your intuition that's probably telling you this is not the best thing for me. And, you're like, okay, what the hey, I'm going to try it anyway. So you either get a reaction from that. If it's a good thing, it's a good thing. If it's a bad thing, it's a bad thing. But your intuition is going to tell you, nah, shorty, probably not supposed to be smoking this or doing this or that and the third. All right, so here's another one. Now, let's say you're in your 20s and you're driving, right? You see a sign that says, don't turn down this street at this time. And you know that you shouldn't turn down the street. But you're like, you know what? YOLO. You only live once, right? So I'm going to make this turn anyway. Boom, you make the turn, and guess who's sitting there waiting for you? A cop with a ticket. Now you got a ticket. That's your intuition. It was telling you not to make that turn. Of course, we're human, so we either follow it or we don't. But we got it. Everybody got it. All right? So your intuition is your friend if you let it be your friend, all right? So it's important to stay grounded in relation to your intuition. So basically being grounded is staying connected to the earth. And it's important to stay connected to the earth because this is our home. This is where we live. And believe it or not, which I hope you believe it because it's obvious, the earth is alive. It grows, I guess it mourns. It does a lot of things that living things do, right? It eats. Earth definitely eats. So you want to stay connected to it because it's your home. So with the earth being a home for you, it's important to stay connected because it's something that you depend on, and your intuition is connected to your spiritual connection that you have to the earth. Like an example would be, let's say you're an astronaut in outer space, right? You get too far away from your spaceship, you're not going to last too long out there in outer space, so you have to stay connected to your home, right? Or you'll get lost. Same thing with us. Like if we're not connected to, staying grounded or to our home, we start to get lost. So it's a lot harder for us to understand what our intuition is telling us day to day. Not that you still don't have it, it's just harder to understand. You start fighting it, all these other things. So being grounded is a great way to stay connected to your intuition. You could learn a lot by being in nature. So ways to stay grounded is by being in nature, taking walks in nature, swimming in the ocean, just being in nature. Standing on the ground barefoot is a great way to stay grounded. Meditation, of course, meditation is so important. And eating a plant-based diet, it's all in nature, right? So let's say you're not grounded, right? It's hard to determine your intuition from your ego. So your ego is basically a sense of self-esteem or your self-importance, right? So your ego is not necessarily a bad thing. If you have control over it, it's not necessarily the best thing, either. But it depends on how much control you have over it. And confusing your intuition and your ego, it can sometimes be a bad thing. So you want to make sure that you stay grounded so you can avoid, confusing the two. All right, and I'm going to also do a video on ego to explain that more thoroughly, because ego is very important to your spiritual growth. And not that you should let it go, but you definitely want to have some type of control over your ego. You can't let your ego run your life. Your ego is a part of you. It is not you. So you have to know the difference between that, right? So your intuition and other aspects, like your ancestors, will help guide you to whatever it is you're here to do on earth. Now, depending on, what you are, who you are, your ancestors could be, God or Jesus, whoever that is. My ancestors and all of our ancestors are basically people that were here before. They'll send you signs. If you're really deep in spirit, you might even see some ancestors. It's different things, but they'll definitely send you signs. Like more recently for me, my signs that I'm receiving from my ancestors are like combination of numbers like 111 or 222 or 333 or 444. If you're ever writing me and I send you a message like 111, that just means that, we sent the message out at 111 or I received it at 111, whatever the case may be. But that's just how I point it out for myself to see. And that's a part of numerology. So numerology is a whole other thing. And but those are signs that you would get showing you that you're on your right path. So I would say the basic point is to really figure out what your life path is so that you can level up. The whole point here is to level up. And yeah. So I hope this helped you figure out or know what intuition is, and I hope that you focusing on your intuition and listening to your inner self. Your intuition is your friend. Okay, so like the video, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever makes you happy. Just thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Yeah, so much love, much peace, and much positivity. Have a nice day.